Hey everybody on YouTube, this is Rick Thomas from Obsolete Video Services. I know it's Memorial Day and I just wanted to post this video. I've been working on this since yesterday. As many of you people know, I'm doing a restoration on a Cartrivision video recorder. This is from 1972. It's a very rare machine. But I'm going over the electronics on it now. I still have to get some parts for the scanner, as I spoke in a previous video. That scanner has been sitting, it's rusted solid, a lot of issues with that thing, including a bad motor. Lots of things going on. But I may have a donor scanner coming from a fan of my YouTube page who has another scanner that was in a house environment, which probably would work a lot better for me. So cross your fingers, we might get that whole scanner sent to me and I'll be able to make a complete unit without a whole ton of work going into this thing. But anyways, here's the fish tank, as they call it. As I showed in the previous video, I made video outs and audio outs. That's to make this thing user-friendly for playing video when you're trying to do transfers, when you're taking these types of tapes and you want to transfer them off to like a capture file or something like that. I made custom outputs for this, audio and video, through BNC, which I got the special plug that plugs in the top of this so I can wire it directly to the sections that plug into this major plug right here on top that go directly to this. So that means when I get the scanner, I'll be able to try to play a tape, plug my video and audio out, and power it up, and I could just do a direct transfer to like a capture card or you know ProRes, whatever, because these tapes are very, very rare. They're extremely hard to find. When you do find these Cartrivision tapes, if there were recordings on them from like 1972 and maybe you kept the unit for a few years and you recorded TV programs on these, this is very early video from television, highly sought after as far as collectors are involved. I'm a big collector of that stuff, so this is one reason I'm excited to work on this machine. Any tapes that you have done on a Cartrivision that were home recordings off TV are very, very highly sought out because they're very rare and hard to find. But restoring one of these machines, as I've gotten from a lot of emails, it's a real bear. Yes, it is. This is not... I wouldn't attempt anybody to try to do this on this particular machine if you don't know what you're doing, because this is an awful lot of work. But anyways, let's walk through this a few minutes here and give you a little idea what this is. I've got a paper here on the table that I drew out that points out the electronics on this machine, on this fish tank as they call it. To the first board on the left, this is your servo board right here. This runs the servo of your unit, the big servo that spins the actual video head. This is your servo board. All right, and if you go back to this board back here, this is your record video board, okay? Then the board right next to it is going to be your video playback board, okay? And then the board next to that is going to be your record audio and video demodulation board, which is this one right here that I'm pointing to. This board right here is going to be your dropout compensator, which is good for getting rid of black glitches and stuff in the playback of the tape. This is a very primitive machine for its time. This is your power supply. So although the video on these things weren't all that great, the premises of a VCR was all there. So if I get one of these running and I play back a tape, I'll be able to capture it to whatever for the video that was done at the time. So this is a very rare, interesting machine. But I'm working on the fish tank. I pretty much got this to the point for testing. Checking the capacitors on this thing is a little difficult because of the fact some of these are really out there. Some of these cans are like 500 microfarads, and you know, a lot of these capacitors are hard to find, so I'm not even too sure if I have to replace them or not because I haven't had a tape to try an actual working scanner yet. But I'll probably post up a follow-up video when I get the scanner, and we'll be able to see if this actually will fire up from this machine without doing anything to it. So I hope you enjoyed this video.